last 2 years, Golovkin has been tearing his way through some of the fringe middleweight contenders in this 160-pound division. Going up against Curtis Stevens on November 2nd, Curtis has made somewhat of a name for himself, knocking guys out on NBC. What chance do you give Curtis Stevens to win that fight?
I give him a puncher's chance in the traditional sense of a puncher's chance. He has to land the perfect shot, and Golovkin has to leave himself open and exposed for the perfect shot. Now, that's a pretty tall order for a guy like Curtis Stevens, who himself gets hit quite a bit and doesn't have the greatest chin in the world. So, you know, there could be some early fireworks, but it could explode and end quickly.
Lou, you had a fighter, Matthew Macklin, just lose to Gennady Golovkin. What makes him so dangerous in the ring? What makes him so successful?
It's that he can punch like a mule from every direction, every type of punch, jab, body shot, hook, overhand right. He can do everything. And it's his movement. I haven't seen a guy cut off a ring like that, and I don't know. I mean, he's technically so perfect, so sound. Look, I used to promote Curtis. I have like a warm spot for Curtis. I mean, and when I was promoting him, they were known as the chin checkers, he and J. Don Codrington, but he was a chin checker until he got his chin checked. and the thing about Curtis is he could be knocked out. You know, he's been knocked out. And he has that puncher's chance. He punches like a mule. He also gets hit. And the other thing about Curtis is he doesn't have that same ring generalship, that same movement as Golovkin. So I agree with Tim. Golovkin has to make a mistake, and Curtis has to be a confluence of, Golovkin making a mistake, Curtis throwing a bomb that lands.
And I got to tell you, Golovkin, when he fought Macklin, he stalked him like a jungle cat. I mean, it was just, it was scary to watch the way that he stalked Macklin throughout that fight. And he just pounced on him. I mean, and it was just really, it was truly scary. It was almost like the guy's got the mentality of an assassin when he's in the ring.
If you're going to make any criticism, it's he leaves himself a little bit open to be hit.
A little bit.
Now, that being said, he's able to because he has so much of that other stuff going for him that he can get away with it. Now, the only reason that people are fascinated by the fight is because Curtis is a big puncher. I want to see also what Curtis looks like when the opening bell dings. Yeah. Because honestly, recent guys that have gotten in a ring with Golovkin have had that like sort of fear in their eyes, like that I'm a deer in the headlights look. And maybe there's a greater chance of something unforeseeable happening if Curtis doesn't have that look.